I found out my grandfather was living a double life. What I discovered shook me to my core. So, my grandfather passed away last month. He was the kind of man who didn't show affection easily, but I always felt a special bond with him. Out of everyone in the family, I was the only one who regularly visited him after my grandmother died 3 years ago. We'd sit in his backyard, drink tea, and talk about everything from the weather to his regrets. I didn't know it then, but those moments would come to mean everything later. The funeral was quiet, tense. My dad and uncle were glued to their phones the whole time, whispering in corners, looking irritated. I figured it was grief, or maybe just family tension. But then my uncle handed me a letter, a simple white envelope. He didn't say anything, just gave it to me with this weird expression, like guilt and fear mixed together. That night I opened it. It was from Grandpa. The first line punched me in the gut. If you're reading this, it means you've been cheated. I sat frozen, just staring at the page. He went on to say that he had left the family estate to me in his will, his house, his land, the savings accounts. He said it was his way of thanking me for always being there. He said he didn't trust my dad or uncle, and that if I wasn't notified about the will, something had gone terribly wrong. The next day I asked my dad about the will. He looked confused, acted like he had no idea what I was talking about. Then he brushed it off, said Grandpa didn't have much to leave behind, that everything was already handled. It didn't feel right. My grandfather was extremely organized. He kept binders of everything, receipts, birth certificates, even the warranty for a blender from the 90s. There's no way he didn't leave a clear paper trail. So I went back to his house. My aunt had the keys and let me in. I searched for hours. Nothing. His file cabinet was empty. The safe cleared out. Then I remembered something. Grandpa had once told me that people used to hide valuables in furniture. So I flipped the desk in his study upside down. And there it was, a tiny compartment underneath. Inside I found a USB drive and a handwritten note. The note said, "Backups, just in case. Trust no one." That was it. When I plugged in the drive, I found scanned copies of a will. His signature was there, dated just a few months before his passing. And my name was listed as the primary heir. I didn't know what to do. This wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was fraud. Someone had replaced the will. Someone had deliberately cut me out. And based on the way my dad and uncle were acting, I had a good idea who it was. But I had no proof it was them. At least not yet. That's when I remembered. Grandpa had told me he installed cameras around the house after someone tried to break in a year ago. I had to find the footage. Whatever it showed, I knew it was going to change everything. Follow for part 2.